2024 was supposed to be the year that everything finally worked out. Instead, it became the year when everything fell apart. You see, there was a close brother of mine that I knew who started to finally get his life in place. He started feeling like he was finally in control of his life. He started being more disciplined than ever before in studying. He started getting better grades. He started focusing on his deen more. He started learning the Quran. And then there was a girl. And you know, the crazy part is that he actually had halal intentions. He didn't just see her as a distraction. He actually wanted a future with her. He saw her as a good Islamic Muslim woman in an environment full of women who were far from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He wanted to have a future with her. He wanted to make it halal with her. But then how did all of this lead to the brother losing all of his discipline, his focus, and his connection with Allah? How did that happen? The thing is, it all started with halal intentions. And so he approached her. He expressed his interest in her, and so they started talking more and more. They started having calls late at night. They started meeting up. They started sharing personal secrets, and before the brother even realized it, he had given his entire emotional state to someone else. Now that girl controlled how he felt. He started constantly waiting for her replies, thinking about her the whole day, and his mood shifted based on the way she messaged him. If she was happy, he would feel happy. If she was sad and down, he would feel bad. A day wouldn't start for him before he sent her that good morning text. And every single night, like a ritual, he would send her that good night text before sleeping. And then when the emotions started to settle down, he started to realize that the barakah is starting to go away for some reason. He started becoming very insecure, comparing himself to other guys. He constantly started thinking that when she's replying late, she might be talking to someone else. All these bad thoughts started to creep in somehow. He thought that this was just his inner insecurity showing for some reason. But the thing is, he was actually too blind, too attached to see the red flags in the girl that he was with. But the worst part is, he started thinking that he was going crazy, that it was all his fault. And so he started becoming more insecure than ever before. He constantly had this need of reassurance from her, constantly needed her to tell him that he's the only guy that's on her mind, that she's not attracted to anyone else. You see, these thoughts made him feel like he was the problem. And then when he started thinking that she was constantly out there to cheat on him, to hurt him, he started developing this strong feeling of resentment towards her. And the relationship became very shaky. They would be fighting every single day based on just small minor things. I mean, he deeped every single message that girl sent to him. Whenever she'd go out, he'd be thinking that, oh, she might be with someone, she might be cheating on me. At this point, he wasn't at peace with her. He was dependent on her. He didn't just feel attached, he felt controlled by her. And then came the decline. He started having these realizations that, look, I came into this relationship thinking I was going to make it halal. But exactly how and when I was going to do that, I didn't give that any thought. And so now I'm just stuck in a haram relationship where we're not making any progress towards nikah. And on top of that, it's not really realistic for me to get married to her. I mean, for one, we were gonna go to university, she's gonna go to a different one, and I'm gonna go to a different one, so we can't live together. My family wouldn't even accept her. I'm too young right now, according to them, to get married. It just doesn't make sense. It would only lead to more family conflicts. And then he started weighing up the consequences. And by the way, he needed someone to show him the red flags that he was missing. A friend of him checked up on him when he had turned off his Instagram for a month. And he got concerned. He was like, what's going on, bro? Like, you haven't been active online for a month. What's going on? Is everything okay? And then he explained to her, look, I'm deeply attached to this one girl. But then this is how she makes me feel. This is how I feel. I feel like it's all my fault. That I'm constantly thinking about hurting her. I'm thinking about, getting reassurance from her. And that brother actually helped him stay grounded in reality. He helped him see the red flags that he was missing out on. He made him weigh up the consequences. Like, he has lost all his khushu', he's lost all his gym progress, he's lost all his ambitions, and now his entire life revolves around this one girl. The same thing, the same girl he thought would bring him closer to a halal future, became the reason he lost his connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And if your connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is gone, no matter how many people you're connected to, even if you're in the middle of all the enjoyments of this worldly life, you feel that sort of disconnect and emptiness inside your heart. Then came the blocking. When he had had too much of her, too much of this pain, he couldn't take this insecurity and anxiety anymore. He blocked her for a week, and then he went back to her. And every single time that he went back to her, that feeling of guilt and shame became stronger than ever before. He told his friend that even if he left her for 5 days, he would go back thinking that maybe she was cheating on him. That's how insecure he was in the relationship. There was no trust there, because at this point he had realized that a relationship is built on disobedience to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There's gonna be no barakah in it, bro. You can't intend to make a relationship halal by getting into it the haram way. He had got the entirely wrong approach, where Islamically you would have approached a wali and talked to him and shown your interest, developed a relationship with the girl first, and then thought about, okay, we're gonna make it halal in the future. Every single time he went back to her, he would feel more and more trapped in insecurity. He felt weaker. Like, I feel like this girl has so much power over me and she knows it and I hate that. But he just couldn't leave. But he was only one decision away from leaving this haram. But he just couldn't see it. And so his friend that came around and, helped him leave the situation, he made him realize, like, look, this is a red flag and I can't believe that you've gotten so attached to this girl. She's a walking, talking red flag. So you need to leave her. You need to block her for good. And then when he finally did that, he sent that final goodbye message. That's when he realized, look, how much he has lost his entire year. And then he saw his own potential and how much he could actually go on to achieve without her. How much better off he was without her. Even though he had withdrawal symptoms and it took him some time to move on. He was thinking about her for months and months later on. He felt so much happy. He was able to go on and do things such as seeking knowledge, such as focusing on learning the Quran again, that he wasn't able to do in the relationship. The same thing that broke him down mentally and spiritually became the reason why he returned to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala stronger than ever before. And all it took was one decision. And all it took was that friend, that genuine, real friend that you need in times of need. That friend that held him accountable and prevented him from falling back and listened to him and showed him the reality, opened his eyes. Those two things combined helped him finally leave the trap of shaitan that he had fallen into. Look, if you've watched this far into the video, chances are that you probably feel the same as well. You're stuck in a haram relationship that you want to leave, but you keep going back to her no matter what you do. And you just don't have that someone to hold you grounded in reality and show you the red flags that you're dealing with. That's exactly why I'm doing free calls right now for brothers just like you who are stuck in haram relationships, who don't know what to do, where to start, and what they're doing wrong. The ones who are so insecure that they think everything is their fault. What you get in these calls is exactly what that brother got. You get clarity, you get listened to, you get your own situation analyzed, you get the consequences weighed up, the good and the bad, and you get told exactly what you need to do. That is what helped that brother leave the haram relationship. And look, there's limited spots available for the free calls. I can't give my undivided attention to too many people at the same time. And so you must take the opportunity when it presents itself to you. Click the first link in the description and book your call now. Stop telling yourself that this is the last time and actually make it the last time. Assalamu alaikum.